I'm about to take you to the scene of a murder. But fear not. The crime in this case is in the name of theatre, as I'm about to go behind the scenes of the Midland Players' next production, Tiptoe Through the Tombstones, which opens at the University of Sheffield Drama Studio this week. The cast and crew are currently in the middle of getting into the theatre ahead of show week. But I think if you come with me, we could play detective and see if we can collar a couple of cast members for a bit of an interrogation. But hurry. I have a feeling that the body count is about to rise. So let's go and let's see if we can work out who done it. I've arrived at the theatre to begin my investigations. Well, I'm about to go into the theatre where the cast and crew have been at work since early this morning. They're very busy creating the sets for the play, which is set in a spooky mansion. I'm going to nip inside, have a hunt for some clues. So, I'm in the dressing room and I've already discovered two pieces of evidence here, or potential evidence. The first is some kind of faux fur coat, and I'm not sure which lady's going to be wearing that one. And the second is this quite sort of sweet-natured old lady outfit, but as we know in murder, appearances can be deceptive. But looking at them closely, I can't see any bloodstains on the clothes. I think I need to do a bit more digging. Well, my hunt for clues has led me to discover a box of props. Now, I'm pretty sure there's a lot more props involved in the play that aren't around. I haven't yet discovered any suspicious-looking weapons, but let's have a look at this. Look, it's a box filled with various decanters. Now, they're empty at the moment, but I have a feeling they could well be filled with suspicious substances, and underneath we've got a rather quaint-looking tea set. Again, you know, I'll be very wary about drinking any tea around here. You never know what might have been slipped into it. It's my experience of whodunits, watching various episodes of Poirot and Miss Marple, that maids often know more about what's going on than they care to admit. I have managed to collar Chrissy Armand, who is playing Edna in the play. Hello, Chrissy. How are you today?
Hi, John. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm investigating this murder. You know anything about murders at all?
Oh, apparently there's been quite a few recently, on Tiptoe Through the Tombstones.
Really?
Yeah.
So you seem like you might know a bit about this murder. Now, come on, are you going to give me a clue?
No, I couldn't give anything away.
At least tell me what the story's about.
Okay, there's a family called the Tomb family. They've been called to their great-uncle Septimus's house to listen to his will reading because, unfortunately, he's passed away. And in A Tomb with a View, all of their relatives passed away as well. So now these relatives have come.
When you say passed away, what do you mean by that one?
There was some murders, and still they don't really know who did it.
Oh, so there's a killer on the loose.
There is a killer on the loose.
So how have you found playing your character? Have you ever enjoyed this character?
Yeah, Edna's been really fun to play. She's basically the maid that's been brought in to look after the Tomb family. Very obedient, doesn't like it when people ask her to do things that she's not quite sure about.
Not very daring.
No.
So if I was thinking about buying a ticket, tell me why I should come and watch Tiptoe Through the Tombstones.
Well, if you fancy yourself as a bit of a detective, then it's definitely the show for you because there's a lot of whodunit. Yeah.
So we can play detective. Well, that's what I'm here to do today, but I'm not getting very far with people. Are you sure you're not going to give me a bit of a clue?
You have to come and see it to find out.
Do we think she looks suspicious, viewers? I think she does. Chrissy, thank you for talking to us today.
It's all right. Thank you very much.
Thursday gone.
Yeah. Oh, she's looking a bit menacing with that mallet there. Hello, Ruth. Ruth is playing... who are you playing, Ruth?
I'm playing Henrietta Tomb. She's one of the family.
How are you feeling about show week?
Good. Yeah. I haven't been in the show for a little while, so it's nice to be getting
Nice to be back on stage,
yeah.
of course, the last time you did something with Midland, were you directing? Is that your last
well, I
gig?
mean, I've been doing lighting and front of house and stuff like that since then, but yeah, the last major thing I did was directing.
Multi-talented then, Ruth.
Oh,
Now,
yes.
I'm digging around today trying to find out about this murder that's going on. Are you willing to give me any clues?
Why are you using murder in the singular is all I would say.
I'm just about to head outside because I've heard that there's a certain someone lurking around the stage door who might have more evidence for me. Lurking outside is this rather suspicious-looking character in the form of Jan Wright, who's playing Zoe. Hello, Jan, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Now, you are currently doing the get-in for the play ahead of show week, which the play opens this week. How are you feeling about that?
Ooh, a little bit nervous, a little bit excited.
A mixture of things.
Tired, yes.
It's a bit tired as well. You're playing the character of Zoe. Tell us a little bit about her.
Well, Zoe is a legal secretary who works for Mortimer Crail, who handles the business affairs of the Toome family. And Crail and I are up to something that the family don't really know what we're up to.
So you're up to something crafty. It wouldn't be plotting murder, would it?
It's possible.
It's a very suspicious answer. I'm here today looking for clues. Now, you're going to give me a bit of a tidbit about these murders. Seen anything suspicious?
Not really. No, I don't think so.
Do we believe her? I'm not sure we do. Jan, so if I'm thinking about buying a ticket, what would make me come and watch Tiptoe Through the Tombstones?
It's funny, it's scary, it's intriguing. You know, it takes a lot to work out who did what and who done it. And if you can work it out, you're pretty good.
You're like Hercule Poirot if you can work it out.
Absolutely.
Jan, thank you for taking the time to talk to me, but I mean, I'm a bit disappointed that you didn't give me any clues here.
We'll see the clues.
I'm going to speak to some few other people, see if I can
Good
get
luck.
anything out of them. Thank you. One of the crew has told me that if I wish to conduct my investigations further, I should head across the road to the pub. Interesting that I should be heading to a pub on the get-in when all the cast and crew are supposed to be hard at work at the theatre. Well, I've found one of these suspicious-looking characters in the pub on the get-in. It's Joe Hall, who's playing Larry. Hello, Joe, how are you?
I'm alright, thank you.
What are you doing in the pub on the get-in?
I'm just getting a bit drunk, I think.
Well, whilst you're here getting drunk, I want to ask you a couple of things. Tell us a little bit more about your character.
Well, my character is called Larry. He's a children's entertainer, and he's rather amusing. He's quite a funny little chap, to be honest with you. Yeah.
And this is your first play with the Midland Players. How have you found that experience?
I've enjoyed it, yes. It's been good. Yeah. Something new to do.
Have you made any new friends amongst the cast?
I have, yes. They're all a nice bunch.
Now, I'm here today trying to find out a bit more about these murders. Now, you don't happen to know what's been going on? Would you even know who the murderer is?
Couldn't tell you that, no. Not a clue, I'm afraid.
Very suspicious answer, Joe.
Indeed, yeah. I'll leave it at that.
Finally, tell us, what exactly has Larry been drinking? I'll just show you.
It's this. It's called. Oh, I can't remember what it's called now. Brilliant Air, that was it. And it had rum in it. And I've got a thing for rum. So.
I think I'll make a suggestion to Larry. I think he better get back to the get-in immediately, otherwise he'll be getting murdered by the cast.
Indeed, I will. Yeah.
Joe, thank you for taking the time to talk
Thank
to
you
us.
very much. Cheers.
Well, Joe wasn't prepared to give anything away, so I decided to head back to the theatre. Dressing room number 2, where I've discovered yet another piece of evidence, this time in the form of a very suspicious-looking strawberry blonde hairpiece. Now, I wonder which Scarlet Lady this belongs to. I've managed to track down Catherine Newsom, who is playing Fabia Toome. Hello, Catherine.
Hi.
How's the getting going?
Not bad. We're probably faster than usual.
Because a lot of people won't realise that the cast and crew basically have to build all the set and do all the lighting, don't they? We don't have a separate crew for that. It's all we all have to muck in, don't we?
Yes.
And can end up feeling a bit exhausted on show week, can't you already?
Yeah, it's exciting though, seeing it all come together, being in the theatre.
Yeah, so I was going to ask you, how are you feeling about the play?
Pretty good. Rehearsals have been good. The last rehearsals last week have gone well, so it's excited more than nervous.
And you feel like you're ready for an audience now?
Yes, yeah. I think we need that energy.
Yeah.
To
very exciting. Sounds very exciting. Why don't you tell me a little bit about the play? Describe the play to me. What kind of play is it?
It's a comedy thriller. It's kind of a spoof of the murder mystery crime thrillers, kind of the Agatha Christie's and all that sort of thing, set in a big scary mansion house. Some quite strange relatives, and of course the obligatory outsiders coming in to get in the way.
And what does that lead to, Catherine? Does it lead to murder?
It might do. There might be a death, maybe more, but we wouldn't want to spoil the excitement.
That's the second time I've heard that multiple murders is not what I was expecting. Tell us a little bit about Fabia Toom. What kind of person is she?
Oh, she is a bit of a man-eater. Definitely an obvious, a bit over-the-top kind of character. Quite scary in that respect.
Scary as in possibly a murderer?
Wow, I wouldn't like to give anything away.
These crafty cast members, they're not giving anything away to me. So I came over to investigate this murder. I'm proving to be a very poor detective. I think it's going to have to be that people are going to have to buy a ticket and try and work it out for themselves, aren't they?
I think so. I think that's the most fun way. We wouldn't want to tell any secrets, would we?
We certainly wouldn't. I'm disappointed, but never mind. Catherine, thank you for taking the time to talk to me, and good luck with the show run this week. If there's one thing I've learned about these creepy cast members, it's that they're constantly eating. Let's have a look at what we've got here. We've got some kind of cake. I don't know quite what it is. We've got something in foil. Looks like it could have chocolate on it, and we've got some more spun slices. They might be lemon. Now, I'd be very tempted to help myself, but given the nature of this play, and given that I've heard that there's not just one murder expected, but potentially several murders, I'd be very wary to eat anything here. You never know when it might be laced with poison. I think I'll give it a miss, and I'll get back to my investigation. Taking a break in the green room is Andy Hibbert, who is the director of Tiptoe Through the Tombstones, as well as playing one of the lead characters. Hello, Andy, how are you?
Hello, I'm not bad at all. A little dirty.
A little dirty from the get-in. He's been busy, as Andy. He's having a well-earned rest. I hope he's not in here lacing the cakes with poison or anything like that, because there's a murderer on the loose, isn't there?
There is indeed, but we don't know who, of course.
So you're not willing to give me any clues?
I don't think that'd be appropriate. You need to come and see if you can work it out yourself.
They're a cagey bunch, these cast members. Now, tell us what inspired you to direct Tiptoe Through the Tombstones.
Well, I directed Tomb with a View about 2 years ago for Midland Players, and this is the sequel. And I always wanted to come back and complete the process. It's a great play, full of black comedy and whodunit intrigue. I think it's got something for everyone.
So lots of laughs then?
Yes, I think we'll be surprised how much laughter we get from the audience. Although it is a thriller and a whodunit, it really is very funny as well, I think.
Excellent. So how have you found playing one of the main characters as well as directing? That must be quite challenging for you.
Yes, it was never the intention, but it's just how it panned out. Thankfully the cast have been very cooperative and watched me dashing from being on stage to being off and trying to do two
a dual
things at
personality.
once. Yes, and changing hats. But it's worked really well. It's all come together. Thankfully, I've had a very good assistant.
You've had an assistant director.
She's been fabulous. She's covered my back.
Excellent, excellent. So, if I was thinking about buying a ticket for Tiptoe Through the Tombstones, what would you say to me to persuade me to come along?
I would say, buy your ticket, come along and see if you can work out who is killing off the Toom family in their own house.
Well, that's what I'm here to do today, but I'm not having much luck. Not even a little clue.
All I would say is, in this play, nobody is what they seem, and you can't trust any of them.
That's a very suspicious answer. I'm full of suspicious answers from these cast members today. Andy, thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
You're very welcome.
Well, it looks as though that suspicious lot isn't going to give us a single clue. So if we really do want to catch this killer, we're going to have to come along and watch the play. Tiptoe Through the Tombstones begins this week on Wednesday the 25th of April to Saturday the 28th of April. To get your tickets, go to www.midlandplayers.co.uk. Maybe you can find out who did it.